Guys, how you doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to Irish Footy Vlogs and welcome to another Team of the Week video. Before we get into the Team of the Week video, guys, if you're new or watch the channel and haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It's just a simple click and like the video. If you like the content, hit your bell notification button so you don't miss a video. I'm on Facebook now. There's a Facebook group called Irish Footy Vlogs. So just type in Irish Footy Vlogs, you should find it. And Instagram as well, guys, at Irish Footy Vlogs. If you type in Irish Footy Vlogs again, you'll find me there, handy enough. This week was an interesting week, guys, because I had about 30 players shortlisted. Honestly, it was very difficult to narrow it down. For some excellent performances this week. By the way, if a player doesn't get into the starting 11, it doesn't mean they haven't performed this week, because I've left out some good performances this week. I had a lot of contenders in a number of positions, so I went for 3-5-2 this week. For example, a centre back at 8 serious contenders, but I thought about it and I narrowed it down. I watched every game, by the way. Again, I watch every single Premier Division match, guys, so I feel like I'm in a good position to at least give an opinion, even though yours may be different. So let's get straight into this one. So, guys, the goalkeeper I went for this week was actually Nathan Garside at Derry City, and he conceded 2 goals against St.Patrick's Athletic. But I thought he put in a good performance despite that. Nothing he could do about the goals. Made some super saves in the match. Looked very confident. Was very good aerially as well and commanded his penalty area, which is massive for him considering the week before he didn't put in a great performance. So he's really reacted brilliantly to that. There weren't too many goalkeeper performances overall that you could say, you know, that goalkeeper was absolutely fantastic elsewhere as well. I think Ed McGinty was probably a close second, but Garside made more telling saves, believe it or not, even though they were beaten. So Nathan Garside, the goalkeeper for me. Now, guys, at right wing back, I went for James Brown of Drogheda United again. I think this is his 3rd inclusion. Again, a fantastic performance, guys. Got up and down the line for Drogheda all afternoon. Their win against Longford was involved in the 1-2, which set up the Chris Lyons goal as well, with a cross from the right. Defended very well in the game. He never seems to run out of energy, does he? No matter what he puts into the game. So you have to give him serious credit there. He's the best right back in the league on performances so far this season, without question. He's the best right back in the league in terms of performances thus far. There were some good performances at right back apart from him, though. Dara Power again put in a good performance for Waterford, for example, against Finn Harp. So he definitely deserves an honourable mention, and that's the right wing back. Left wing back, guys, again, a tough decision for me. There were 4 serious contenders here, but I went for Conor Kane, Drogheda United. I narrowed it down. I had him, actually. I had Dave Webster. I had Sean Kavanagh. And I have Shamrock Rovers, and who's the other one? Tyreek Wilson, who put in a good shift for Bohemians as well. But Kane just about edged it over Kavanagh, actually, for me. Wasn't much in it. But again, similar to Brown, got up and down. He's great dribbling ability, and you know, he's great running with the ball at pace, which isn't easy to do. It feels like he doesn't slow down, but obviously a brilliant cross for Mark Doyle for his 2nd goal of the game against Longford as well. And you know, it was just a good performance from Conor Kane, and he gets in this week. As I mentioned, the centre-backs are tough. Obviously, I went for 3, but I left out some good. For example, Drogheda, Massey, Douglas, and O'Reilly I thought played very well as a unit, really well as a unit. So therefore, it was difficult to pick one out, let's say, individually. But individually, I went for Sean Hoare anyways, my first centre-back. I thought he was fantastic against Sligo Rovers. Young John Kenny did get a lesson in this game. He was taken off at half-time. Big future ahead of John Kenny, by the way. Very good young player. But, you know, he'll learn from playing against the likes of Sean Hoare. I think he's been very good in general for Rovers this season so far, but I thought he was excellent against Sligo Rovers. So Sean Hoare gets in. Centre-back number 2, guys, I've gone with Rob Cornwall. I thought he was excellent in the win at Dundalk. Bulls needed to get back to kind of defending well. And apart from the first 10-15 minutes or so, I think they dealt with Dundalk's attack with relative ease. And Cornwall got his head nearly everything. Dundalk were firing a lot of balls into the box, crosses, etc. Cornwall was there. The whole Bulls defence did well, but he led by example, I felt. And he He's my second centre back. Centre back number 3, guys, I went for Sam Bowen, St. Patrick's Athletic. Very comfortable in this game, very comfortable on the ball. I think his passing was excellent. He obviously, a lovely through ball, long through ball for Dara Burns. He scored an excellent goal to give Pats a 2-0 win. And to feature Pats and Oats in the first few games, to play possession football, but they're mixing it up, I noticed this season. And when you've got the likes of Sam Bowen, Lee Desmond, who can play good long passes from the back, can catch out a defence and turn the defence. And Sam Bowen was at that actually all afternoon. And eventually he set up a goal as well. Very good performance with Sam Bowen there. A few others that were unlucky to miss out. I'd say John Mahon was very good again for Sligo. He was lucky to miss out. There are a couple of others that aren't coming to my head right now, but I've mentioned quite a few there. But they're the 3 centre halves, guys. On to midfield. Centre midfield is difficult as well. Some good players are left out here. Gary Deegan put in a very good shift for Drogheda against Longford as well. Niall Moran, I thought, was very good for Sligo and Shamrock Rovers. The likes of Robbie Benson was very good. Ali Cooch was very good. Who else? Mark Coyle again for Finn Harps. But that leads me on to my first centre midfielder, and I went for Barry McNamee of Finn Harps. I thought Barry's wand of a left foot was on full show against Waterford. Involved in the goal, where he made a brilliant run, actually. Broke through the lines and set up Sullivan. Great timing of the pass, and obviously Sullivan found Foley to find the net. But his foot was on full display. Like, his passing was excellent against Waterford. And, anyone who thinks Finn Harps just play long football, clearly don't watch them play, but McNamee was very good. Centre midfielder number 2, and I believe, like James Brown, this may be his third inclusion as well, and that's Chris Forrest of St. Patrick's Athletic. Again, like every good attack the St. Patrick's had against Derry, Forrester was involved. If he wasn't involved in the final pass, let's say, he was involved in the build-up, everything. It showed a nice bit of skill at one stage as well to evade 3 Derry players at close quarters. The thing I liked about Forrester in this match, we know how good he is, but whenever Derry were sat back, he can find spaces and pockets. But when Derry pressed him, he's so calm and he can beat the press. That's not easy to do, and it's vital you can have a player like that in your team who can do that, particularly beating a press calmly. He just sets up everything, rarely gives the ball away. He found Mountney quite a bit in the right in this game as well, with some good passes down the line and getting Pats into position and just showing for the ball in general. He's back with a bang and he's playing really well, guys. So my final midfielder, guys, I went for Ross Tierney of Bowes, and Ross put in a fantastic shift against Dundalk. He was involved in the penalty twice as such. He closed down the Dundalk player to win the ball, dribbled on, and eventually got fouled. He's kind of a breath of fresh air midfielder. He's not the type of midfielder that's going to get on the ball, but he gets around the park, guys. His energy closing down and breaking into the box. A very good partnership with Georgie Kelly in the game against Dundalk, by the way. I like the way he breaks into the box and can get into situations where he can score goals, and he will score goals as the season goes on. And very strong physically as well. I thought he put in a great shift and a great performance against Dundalk. Now, the 2 up front I went with, number 1, I went with Mark Doyle. Now, Mark Doyle was down as playing as a left winger for Drogheda against Longford Town. But anyone who watched the match will tell you he's more of an inverted inside forward, so to speak. He's an inside forward, basically. He's on the team sheet as a left winger. He doesn't play as an orthodox left winger. What he did well in this match, whenever Chris Lyons moved back, or maybe moved right or left out of the centre forward space, Mark Doyle would run into that space and get into position and obviously score goals. For a start, if you look at the second goal, he's in the centre forward position and Chris Lyons isn't there as such. That's something they've obviously worked on, and it was a super header. That second header goal was super header. First goal was actually a scrappy goal, but if you look what happened before that, again, his full dribbling ability was on display in this game. He cut inside, very nifty, beat 2 Longford players to actually create the opportunity. And that's vital, guys. Have a player who can beat players to create opportunities, because most teams are fairly well structured. and you need someone who can beat players to upset their structure. And that's exactly what happened, actually, with that goal, because Longford panicked a little bit. It ended up being scrappy, but it was scrappy because Longford were disorganised, you get me? So, he caused Paddy Kirk all kinds of problems in this game as well. Just a fantastic performance by Mark Doyle, and definitely my player of the week. Striker number 2, guys, and Adam Foley was in serious contention here. I thought Chris Lyons did well for Drogheda and Roland Coughlan for St. Pat's, but I went for Georgie Kelly of Bohemians. It's the best I've seen Georgie Kelly play for some time. He scored a penalty. Forget about that. It doesn't matter. If he didn't score in this game, he'd still be in Team of the Week. What a performance by Georgie Kelly. He showed what he should be. Strong, holding on to the ball, bringing people into the game. At Pats last year, he didn't do that. He seemed like he was getting knocked off the ball very easily and things like that. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or not, but good signs for Bowles here, because everything good that he should be doing, he did in this game, and brought the likes of Ross Tierney, the likes of Ali Cooch into the game, and just shows what he can offer. Like, he really showed it this week, and I'm delighted for him, to be honest, because he was poor Pats last season, but I'm delighted for him. Well, guys, that's about it from me. Let me know in the comments, guys, what players you would have put in the team. Either pick your team or give me a few players that maybe I haven't named. There was a lot of good performances this week. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you don't miss a video. So, guys, just going to put the team up on screen there. And goal, we went for Nathan Gartside. Right wing back, James Brown. Left wing back, Connor Kane. Centre backs, Sean Hoare, Rob Cornwall, and Sam Bone. In the midfield, Barry McNamee, Chris Forrester, and Ross Tierney. And then up front, Mark Doyle alongside Georgie Kelly. So, guys, that's about it from me. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Good luck now. Bye-bye.